Okay. Here's the link. I think we're up and running. If one of you guys can check that for audio. Looks like you guys are getting picked up though when you talk.
Cool.
Do we want to say anything before we start this? Like, how the last episode that we watched end again?
It ended with the siege starting,
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
and it ended with Anatar like
Tricking
Conjuring that
Celebrimbor.
conjuring
like
some sort
image.
of illusion for Celebrimbor so that he isn't aware that the siege is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just like full Thanos with the reality stone type stuff.
Gotcha. I will say that's pretty cool though. How he did that.
It was cool. I don't know if that's really like canon. Like, would he be able to? I don't know. I didn't mind it. I
I
mean,
mean,
it
there's
was.
not that much that's really talked about of Sauron other than he's just evil.
Mm-hmm. I like it, nonetheless.
We did also see in that episode when Anatar went to speak to the Durins about acquiring more mithril, we saw that little tiny brief
Oh, the Balrog.
moment when he like put his hand over the flame, and yeah, I'm absolutely positive after I saw the name of the eighth episode that it's going to be a Balrog
Oh, what was the 8th episode? I didn't see that.
of Shadow and Flame.
Yeah, God.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it makes sense for them somewhat to throw in some of that jazz for the
It just,
for the dwarves. I don't like it, but
I would have preferred it to be anything other than the Balrog. The Watcher in the Water would have been much better.
Yeah.
I feel like the direction they're going with the dwarves though is they want to kick them out of Moria, and that's just
Yeah.
everybody knows that
I
that's
mean,
how
I
the story
guess,
goes, and the Balrog's a big character that even non-book readers know of. So,
yeah, I guess what they're probably trying to do is setting it up so that the dwarves have a reason to help in the War of the Last Alliance.
hmm.
Yeah, it could be.
I
That's
mean,
a good
there was just a small contingency with the alliance, though. No.
I don't think it's specified that the dwarves actually helped.
Yeah, I know they mentioned
All
it
it's
in.
all it said was that no dwarves fought on the side of Sauron in that conflict.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I know Lotro added some dwarf stuff, but
I mean,
that's
Lotro
Lotro.
had
So
during, I think actually during the fourth,
yeah. It'd be during the fourth.
actively in the war. He was there
yeah, we're
at
at the
the Black
Black
Gate.
Gate. Yeah. But however, after the Black Gate, when questing through Dol Amroth, or whatever it's called.
Ormarth?
Yeah, I remember talking there that remember that whole I remember asking you questions about it, that the whole like the storm or whatnot of like the that large gathering of the Easterlings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was mentioned that like there was like a timer on breaking the siege because otherwise they would show up and obliterate everyone. I remember that at least there in the quest lines there it was mentioned that the dwarves led by Durin and whatnot went to go stop or at least slow
Right.
them
Right.
down to give the elves and men a chance to try and break the siege.
Yeah. I mean, that's also like not
That's not
explicitly
canon,
canon.
yeah.
Because, like, as far as canon is concerned, it's just everything that Sauron has was in Mordor, and they were losing.
hmm. You guys can hear, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks like a painting.
That background, I saw movement in the water.
But like the hills in the sky.
Well, at least they haven't been doing it as noticeably this
True,
season
yeah.
as it was last season.
I think it's okay in this scene because
It's supposed to
I think it's
be
trying to portray it as like a fever dream looking thing.
yeah,
So
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, it
It's like
makes
I'm
sense.
not bad. I'm not saying it's a bad thing in this case. I'm just like, oh, that's a painting. We haven't really seen that.
Man, he made those real quick.
You forgot a line.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will say it. I'm surprised there were no like gems on those rings.
Hmm. I mean,
He put fancy gems in all the other ones.
he was looking at those gems on the hammer though. Maybe he'll just take the gems out of the hammer. You would think they would have some kind of defensive capability, no?
I mean, I don't imagine they thought they would actually come under attack by orcs right here.
True.
yeah. Also, after all, did they know that Sauron is back at that time? Had Sauron already revealed himself? I can't remember.
He did to a couple people, but I don't think everyone knows yet.
Yeah. So even if, regardless of like Anatar, like they wouldn't have known that there's a big baddie out in the world anyway. So
Mm-hmm. I still want to know what this character's purpose is.
They're probably gonna have her like
She's got.
kill Celebrimbor or something stupid like that.
Hmm.
The bridge. What are they aiming at?
I mean, there's a bridge over the river that they built. Besides this,
Catapult is gonna be able to get that far.
let's just ignore physics for now.
How high up you gotta shoot for that? What the? Look at how high that's up. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
that's
it's like a
ridiculous.
mile up, bro.
Oh, they're damming the river. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they're gonna try to attack across a river, it's pretty easy to hold the defense
That is
on
a
a
pretty
single
big
bridge.
bridge, yeah.
Okay, way more of that collapse than should have, with the tiny amount of
They
Yeah,
damage that they did.
that was like what, like 7 or 8 catapult shots?
That-
yeah,
6, 7 catapult shots.
with some rubble.
I knew it was going to show up eventually.
Oh, there's some
Oh, there we
dwarves.
There we go.
I mean, he's finally making them look good. Not like those elven rings.
Listen, the Elven Rings were the first attempt. He got better with the Dwarven Rings.
True.
Oh, the dwarven ones certainly look very good. Is he marking how many times he sees the rat do the same thing?
Might be like a timer. I don't know.
What mine did they take again? Was it a mithril mine or something?
I would assume so.
Yeah, I mean, it was just as like a tunnel, I think. But yeah, I guess the implication's a mithril mine.
Do they not have more than one mine? I'm so confused.
Well, Mithril is supposedly extremely rare, even in Moria.
True.
So maybe there really only is one mine that they found it in.
Yeah, 'cause even in Lotra, like the storylines when you'd quest in Moria, like how much mithril did you find? Like I think there was some in the
Oh
what was that
yeah,
city in the Silvertine loads?
and the Redhorn loads. There was multiple
You
quest
you
lines.
found the tiniest slivers of Mithril.
Yeah, Silvertine City. That's what it was.
What is it, Elrond?
Probably.
They were just. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
there
they
he
were
is.
just goofing him.
Wait, when was he banished? I don't remember him getting banished.
Um,
I mean, that would have been a season 1
Oh.
thing, so.
Yeah, I don't remember.
armor looks nice.
True. Costumes are amazing.
Yeah, I think that pretty much trumps what you've got going on now, Ron.
Yup. Did the dwarves help?
I don't think here.
At Origion?
I don't think so. I think what happened was they closed the West Gate entirely.
Okay.
Actually, let me
Oh, and then
check
maybe
that.
what they did was when. Yeah, no, I think there was something about the dwarves like harassing the back lines of the orcs when they were like when Elrond was fleeing with like the refugees to Rivendell. Maybe I think the dwarves did
Okay.
help because I mean Celebrimbor was their friend. Like the that was like their ally. Like they didn't. I don't think they completely left him out to dry, but like they couldn't do much except shut their door when they were being attacked. I think,
Mm-hmm.
but they kind of like helped a little bit when the army like main army moved on. I don't remember.
Fair enough.
Okay,
It's like,
so when Elrond was fleeing, then the dwarves of Khazad-dûm and the elves of Lorien, led by Amroth, attacked.
wait,
So after Erigion's already been destroyed.
how did Amroth even get there? Did he go over the Redhorn
He,
Pass?
he would
I think
have had
through
to
Moria.
go, yeah, through Moria, most likely.
Because I mean back then they were more
They
chummy.
were, yeah, they were friendly enough. It's not like the East Gate was ever closed off.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, the pass was open though, right? Because that was Galadriel used to go through that pass a ton, right? Over the mountains.
That,
Yeah, I think she
what
also went
was
through it
her
as well.
name? Their daughter, actually, was the one who went over that pass.
Oh, Celebrimbor. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then she was attacked, and I think elves just kind of stopped using it. But that's not for a while. They probably just went through Moria because it would be
Mm-hmm.
safer.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like they're on the verge of messing so much with the dwarven story with the Balrog and Durin overthrowing Durin.
That's why I really think
That like
I
you
really
know
think it's
what
unlikely. I think
having
the
them help
shadow and
out.
flame thing is a little bit of a like a mystery box thing where it's not that shadow and flame. I don't know because I just feel like they will probably do the Balrog because that just seems like they're gonna make it their uh,
Mm-hmm.
prerogative to do so. But I don't think it's gonna be yet. Like I just feel like way too many things have to or should happen with the dwarves, even with their storyline,
Oh
for like
yeah,
the
like if
Balrog
it
to
does
come
happen, it's
in the
probably
next
going to be like at the
Season
very
4.
tail end.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and like that, I mean, I don't like still, but I mean, I'd be sort of okay
If
with it. But
it would be something that would give you like an opening for the next season if they decide to do it that way.
Yeah, I was just bringing that up more to say that like I guess like having Durin the younger take a faction of dwarves with Elrond to help out with this siege wouldn't be impossible just because of how much it seems like they want to mess with what's supposed to happen story wise with the dwarves. It's like this is what having them help is way less egregious than a Balrog, and it seems like that's the direction they're going to end up going. That riverbed seems to have dried up quite a bit. Also, is it just me, or is this just a really dumbed down Helm's Deep?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, sure. Why not? They're definitely not as cool looking as the Urukai.
True. Also, the elves in the Jackson movies, I'd say, look way better.
Don't look
Yeah, well, they had the
actually
fancier
terrible.
gold
The
armor.
armor is a little weird though. I don't know
True.
about the armor. Color scheme on the armor is kind of weird.
Where'd they get that skull? Did like an
It's like
orc
an orc
just
skull.
die and they just took his skull?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's whatever. Maybe it was one of the elves they captured a while back.
A
A what?
ravager? What is a ravager?
Oh, troll probably. Oh, the
Oh,
what?
just a siege machine that they're
What?
calling a ravager?
A battering ram?
This looks like a battering ram, but also like a massive like what are those big ass crossbow things called?
Ballista?
Yeah, I forgot the name.
You finally notice he's in an illusion.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
probably what he was doing with marking the candle, was looking at the mouse. I like that they're doing this. They're
Mm-hmm.
showing that Celebrimbor is not just a complete idiot.
I feel like they just move the location of his forge every time we look outside of it. I thought it was in the dead center of the city.
I don't think I ever knew where it was. They don't have a very good like.
Yeah, but you can also see out the south gate
I
from
think
it
it
as
was.
well, like
I
directly.
don't know if it was in the center. I think it was closer towards the back, but it was definitely more like in the middle towards the back. This feels like it's off center.
Yeah, it definitely is. But also remember when Halbrand first showed up, he was at a gate, and he would looked out the window of his forge and could see him right there. So that also doesn't put it in the center. The city changes
Well, I don't
every
think he
time
was.
people get.
I don't think Halbrand was at the gate. I think they brought him right up to the tower,
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes more
which makes it even more weird
sense.
because
Yeah.
he was just a random stranger.
And then you just left him there.
Yeah, for apparently a couple of days.
See, that could have been the dope reveal in the first season that we needed. Like that was
Yeah,
nice. I like
that
that.
was cool.
Honestly, they could have still had this reveal at this moment if they just didn't do it in the first season at
Yo.
all.
And now he's dead.
God damn it.
Well, probably not quite, but I thought it was gonna be like one of those the dope shot in Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, when Captain Beckett's walking down the stairs and the cannonballs are just going right
Yeah,
by him and blowing up his ship.
that would have been
That would have
cool.
been dope. That would have been dope in this.
That would have been way better.
But no, he just, he just got bodied by the first one.
Thrown over the side. Like, half the bones in his body have to be broken by now.
He was very clearly hit by that boulder as well, like just right in his torso.
I don't think it hit him, but like the shrapnel off it definitely hit him.
Why is the dog? What the?
Lanky ass dog.
Why do you? I feel
Of
like
course, the elves would be the ones to make that dog breed in Middle Earth.
I know, right? And not feed it, so it's all lanky as shit.
I feel like every time I see a movie that has a scene like this, whenever they come to, there's always a dog trying to like paw at some passed out dude's hand. It's like there's a checklist of what to have when someone comes to. None of those elves or orcs gonna recognize him. Oh, and he turned her against him.
Yeah, and now she's
Oh.
gonna be.
Oh yeah, he
You're not really
sounds like a
convincing her, bro.
psycho.
Yeah, yeah.
What are they doing? Oh, okay. I thought they were just hitting the brick.
I don't think bracing the foundation is gonna do anything at that point.
Hmm. Okay, so she had no purpose.
You know what? Honestly, I'm okay with
I'm
that.
cool with it, yeah. Do those other elves not hear him speaking?
Apparently not.
He's not like whispering, and they have good hearing, no?
We can just chalk it up to Sauron doing more illusory shit.
I thought they went to
Oh, nice.
Mordor.
No, they sent message back, didn't they?
Well, no,
Oh,
Elrond
wow.
was
That is a
Elrond
lot of
went.
horses.
Jesus Christ, Elrond went back, but Gilgalad, like it sounded like he'd already sent them. Unless they just wanted that to be another fucking mystery until this happened. What are they just sitting there for?
And he got to Khazad-dûm and then back real quick.
Well, remember, Arikion to Mordor and back only takes like half a week. I feel like they're trying to go for a Rohan at Pelennor Fields vibe here, and it's just
Pretty
not
much.
hitting.
Yeah, I mean, you're missing the entire
Missing the
speech
speech, yeah.
from Théoden, that really gets everyone in the
Yeah, it
mood.
just feels very hollow. But
Literally, all he said was, let's kill some people.
Some of these camera shots aren't working either, to be honest, in my opinion. Like,
yeah, they look very
they look
odd.
fake, or like,
Yeah,
just the angle's really
And They,
weird.
they needed the wider shot of them just all charging uninterrupted, like they did with the Rohirrim.
What? What is going on?
Don't stop. Keep charging, you idiots.
oh my god. I got really.
Yeah, that's stupid.
What in the world? You know, if they kept charging, they could have saved her, right? Just by knocking that orc off. It's not like any would have been able to cut. Wait, wasn't Gilgalad there?
He is.
Yeah, they're both there.
He's the only one wearing gold armor.
Why are they talking to
Such an
Elrond?
anticlimactic
What?
moment. Like, come on.
Wait, where's
We
Gilgalad?
had a whole ass battle going on, and then you stop it just because it had Galadriel.
Wait, where's Gilgalad though? Yo, that's the first time I agreed with her this show. Dude, why they keep bringing back that one orc that has the family? It's like, do they have any other
Yeah.
orcs?
Well, I mean, he's been shown to be like Adar's right-hand man, kind of.
But also not? I don't know.
I mean, he's the only orc who's been given any significant amount of dialogue.
Fair enough. Of the what? What did he just call the river?
Glanduin?
Is that what it was called? I don't remember at all.
I'm
Sure.
pretty sure it's the Guathla River.
Yeah, isn't that in Elvish as well? The Guathra?
Hmm. Or maybe it's something the Guathlo when it uh, meets up with the whatever river. Maybe the Glonduin is the like tributary that feeds into the Guathlo with the Bruinen. I don't know.
I mean, Glonduin does sound like the Anduin, though, so. Okay. What are they?
That's
Oh
stupid.
my god.
That's really, really
Oh
stupid.
my
Especially
god.
considering the fact that he marries her daughter.
Yeah, what in the world? What?
Like, I get what they're trying to do.
What?
He handed her that whatever thing that was on his clasp.
Could have hugged her,
It was
though.
so stupid.
Right? It didn't need to be that.
I mean, this entire scene with him stopping the battle entirely was stupid. All right. Well, if it means we get to see some dwarves in action, I guess
I'm
that's
for
okay.
it.
Yeah.
As long as they get to have some cool looking armor.
That is one thing we've
Elrond's
consistently
helmet doesn't really look like it fits all that well. Is it just me?
No,
Yeah,
that's
no,
been
none of their helmets
consistent with
fit
all
very
the
well.
elves, though, right?
Yeah, none of their helmets fit
I
well.
mean, some of them, like,
Let me guess, there's like a few people here.
Yeah, there's 30 tops.
Oh
Warriors. Wait, he
god.
just said warriors.
Of course, it's
the
the
first
rabble.
the first
They love
people we
their
see on
rabbles.
screen behind him are carrying laundry. What? There's no one watching her.
He's saying this to a bunch of people who are in the mines currently,
Mhm.
not actually warriors here. Ooh, that ring actually looks pretty cool.
I was about to ask, why is he still making the rings?
Well, because Sauron said, "Finish making the rings, and I'll let the city go." Because Celebrimbor
Oh,
thinks
yeah.
that Adar is there because of him.
I'm also confused of why like Sauron couldn't just make the rings himself, like because I mean he made the one himself.
Isn't he technically a greater forge than Celebrimbor? Like
Probably,
smith,
yeah.
not forge. Yeah, it's like he just used Celebrimbor to get the rings to the other races. Once again, yeah, you're right. Once again, another scene with a crowd just has a bunch of rabble.
What is it, Narvi
You
like
know,
on his side now? What the hell?
Yeah,
well, we saw Narvi being like hesitant about Durin the Elder making choices, so
Wait, they were just doing this in front of the throne? I'm confused. I'm gonna overthrow my father, and I'm gonna give my speech to everybody right in front
Yeah.
of him. That's such a weak cheer.
yeah. You know what? It would be fine
That's
if
a
they
war
had this
cry!
rabble and they just didn't have them say anything. Like, make it unintelligible. I don't care. Just don't have them say anything you can discern.
Yeah. Wait, isn't Baruch Kazan literally a war cry?
Means the axes of
Yeah,
the dwarves. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then Kazadai Menu is the dwarves are upon you.
Yeah.
The fuck
What?
what
is
the
this?
hell is that?
I'm pretty sure that was like almost copy paste of the horse with the spiders. Remember from episode 2 or whatnot? Because did the horse?
I'll take your word for it. I
Yeah,
don't remember, but yeah, probably.
Wait, where did all these elves even come from? Like we didn't. Why didn't we see them attacking the orc camp? That just doesn't look efficient to me either. It's like I can understand using cavalry to like wade across a river, but like there's no river there. Well, that's why the helmet didn't fit. They needed this scene.
all right, I'll give him that one. That was kind of a neat way of killing him.
I was like, I'm not against it, but like, what's with all these little intimate moments between characters and like side characters or animals that we just have never seen before?
They're trying to do the Lord of the Rings thing, but I mean, we just haven't built up any kind of like sentiment towards these side or animals or
Mm.
whatever, so it doesn't work. It's kind of like again with the charge, like it's just empty because they don't capture the important parts of it. They just capture the look of it, and it
Mm-hmm.
misses a lot. Yeah.
Okay, I like this siege engine. That's actually pretty creative.
What is it? Sorry, did I like just? Oh yeah,
They
It's like
they
so.
had a bunch of like nails into the wall, and then it's like a ballista, so it pulls
oh, it's like a
really
backward
quickly
ballista.
to
Okay.
pull the rock out, even though that's not physically what would happen.
Yeah, true.
because physically what would happen is they'll just pull the nails out.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say that. Yeah, okay.
You'd have to like hammer the nail in, and then the nail itself would have to have stuff that would like latch, like
It
springs
would
that
have
work
to have
outside of
barbs,
it.
Yeah, but
but
barbs only works in human flesh. It's not gonna barb like a rock.
yeah,
You know what
a
I mean?
barb like that wouldn't work in rock like
Yeah,
that. It would just break the rock, and it would still just pull the nails out. So that, as cool as it may seem, it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Because the barb works in the human flesh because the flesh molds around the end of the barb, and then a barb pulls it out. But it's like with rock, to get it in there, rock isn't, fluid. It just will stay there.
Shouldn't the wall already be down at this point? Oh, did she just? Why did she leave that there?
It might have actually been useful.
Now
Oh,
they're
she's
just
disguising herself as an orc? Yeah, there it is.
yeah, they're doing the whole Frodo and Sam bullshit. Yo, I'll be happy as long as we start hearing them singing.
I feel like the orc should be able to tell that she's an elf, like just based off of smell.
Yeah. How about the blonde hair that's falling through the front of the hood? Like she couldn't think to tie her hair back. Tisk tisk. Why would they just randomly follow her?
Well, those are the two that.
Oh, okay. Oh, it is the hair.
Is that a reindeer?
I mean, who else?
Probably.
It's not the first time this season he's done this
Ah,
random
there he is.
arrows.
Even though he absolutely wouldn't have been able to make any of those shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't even make any sense.
They were pretty deep down into a trench that's like 12 feet deep.
Also, he had to have completely like been on the other side to shoot the other two in the head like that. Oh,
Oh, are
dude, if
they going to
Ronder
kill off the
dies,
reindeer?
that would be awesome. I don't have
Please
to
kill
deal with
him
this
off.
shitty character.
Holy moly. Yo, wait, what happened? I thought the someone was following him. No? Isildur. Where's
Yeah,
Isildur?
Isildur and what's her name should still be following him, I'm pretty sure. Like last time we left off with them, they were with him.
Yeah. And only the kid was going back to Pelargir.
I mean, Galadriel's a lot less insufferable this season, so that's good.
Well, we've had a whole lot less of her.
True, but even in her scenes, like she's not insufferable.
Yeah, she hasn't been so completely hellbent on revenge or whatever her
Yeah.
stupid plan was.
Fair enough. Okay, please be wearing good armor. I mean, that's pretty cool armor, but like we've already seen that.
Ooh,
Well, the
I
helmet.
like his armor.
Yeah. Huh?
To deal with one guy, to
Oh,
send
he
like
wait. They're saying that the tunnel that he wants to dig
He's gonna
leads
lose the beast.
leads to where Disa heard those screams from. So that's why she got him to stop. And they're saying because it was Diran that was mining, right?
Yeah.
That uncovered the
yeah.
Balrog. So was the Balrog gonna happen now then?
Well, no, I don't know if the Balrog. I don't know if it was.
I know that's how it was in Lotro at least, where literally it was you with Durin and all that were the ones that uncovered the Balrog.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't necessarily canon. That was just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I could see in the show that would be the way they'd go about it as well.
Yeah, probably.
So I guess that's what he means by the beast. However, I do agree with the ring doesn't give him martial prowess, does it? Like for the dwarves, it's just like greed and stuff.
I mean, that's
Well,
what
the
they're
rings
going.
of power are like they basically make you better at what you're already good at, if that makes sense. So, like, it probably would make him stronger physically.
Yeah, I feel like he shouldn't have been able to go through all of Narvi and his men though, and especially.
Well, I mean, how many men did Narvi even have? And
Yeah, maybe
I mean, they
two.
wouldn't have been expecting it, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, in the show,
But really, they don't.
Sorry.
They don't need to send the whole army back. They just need to send in enough guys to subdue Durin and stop him from digging.
How about those guards that are like right? Yeah, right. How about these guys?
Yeah, these guys, the King's Guard. Just send them in now. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Where's the King's Guard right now? Like, I would assume they would stop the king from killing his own people. No. Oh, he's saying that they might need the army to fight whatever the Balrog.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's just, it feels like what they're saying is they already know that he's going to free it, like, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
They're not thinking of trying to stop Durin, they're just preparing for the worst.
Yeah.
I don't know how I like the ring being that destructive to the dwarves though, because like they still wear it. It's like it shouldn't be like that.
Well, to
bad,
be fair,
but
wearing the ring was the reason why Thrain went on the first expedition to reclaim Erebor. And he went pretty much alone, except for Nar was his name.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I think Nar went with Thror
Yeah, Nar
to
was with
Moria.
Yeah, Nar was with Thror.
Yeah, that's right.
That was the whole quest line
Nar,
of the game.
yeah. Nar went with Thror to Moria and watched Thror get killed.
And he brought
But
the
yeah,
ring
Thrain.
to Thrain, I believe.
Yeah, he brought the ring to Thrain, and then Thrain went off almost immediately after that, and then was captured almost immediately by Sauron.
And kept within
Within Dol
Guldur.
Guldur.
Yeah.
Yeah. For years.
Until he randomly jump scares Gandalf, according to Peter Jackson.
But yeah, Gandalf does find him there, but I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, but he
what the
doesn't find
context
the
was.
ring, because by that point, Sauron has the ring, and he leaves with it.
But he still has the key, so.
Question: which ring did he have? Was it this ring? That's like
It probably
that
would have
Durin
been
had?
the Line of
It
Durin
would
ring.
have been
Yeah.
that ring, yes.
Okay.
It's not mentioned, but yeah, would be.
Oh, yeah. The line of Durin is when Khazad-dûm fell, they went to Erebor.
Yeah,
Okay.
part of the line. The ones,
Grey Mountains in Erebor, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, they went from Khazad-dûm up the Grey Mountains and then to Erebor, because like a couple, like Thror went and refounded Erebor because it was it had already been established as a colony
Mm-hmm.
a couple centuries prior, but that was like a writing mistake on Tolkien's part that he then retconned
Gotcha.
because he said that Thrain founded Erebor.
Okay. Oh, so they split like some to Erebor and some to, I would assume,
No,
Gundabad.
no, he just said that it was, oh, this is Thrain the Second that was Thror's son, and it was Thrain the First who founded Erebor
Okay.
originally, so that he could say that Thrain founded Erebor and then Thror later refounded it.
Gotcha. Okay. And when Thror refounded it, not all of Durin's line was with him. The others, you said,
Yeah, a lot of the others would have gone elsewhere. Like it would have split off from Thror's brother, I think, was the one who went to the Iron Hills. That's where Dane comes from.
Was
And I'm sure there are other
Gundabad
dwarves that would have
dwarven?
gone to other places.
Was Gundabad originally
Gundabad would have
dwarven?
been lost
Okay.
by
Gundabad
that
was,
point.
yeah, gone for a long time at that point. But well, not a long time, but a decent
When
amount
were
of time.
the Blue Mountains founded? Because was that also
That
was
was,
that also Durin's folk? Or no?
There were always dwarves in the Blue Mountains, but like the
yeah,
Blue Mountains as in Thorin's Hall was Thorin. Like that was
that was Thrain and Thorin. That
yeah.
was after the War of Dwarves and Orcs, after they've,
After they
been
lost
done with that
everything.
mess. They left, they went west, they founded Thorin's Hall, and shortly after that is when Thrain went on his expedition.
Gotcha. I'm conflicted on knowing whether Morgoth would do that or how often he would do that.
Well, Morgoth is basically evil incarnate, so I can totally believe it.
True. I just thought Sauron spent more time away from him, though.
I mean, it could all still just be part of him bullshitting.
True. looks pretty cool.
Yeah, those rings do look cool.
How much you want to bet that one he just held up is going to go to our Farazan?
That's interesting.
Seems like really, really stupidly dangerous to do that when you have allies fighting at the walls, like
True.
below the walls.
Did that not work? Yeah.
Hey, what is he handcuffed to then? He's moving
True.
around everywhere.
Are they just done then?
It would probably be a lot easier to break one of the chains rather than the base of the manacles.
If he just broke his thumb right now, he could just slip his hand right out.
I think he's going to cut his hand off.
Maybe.
Gotta break his
What?
thumb so he can get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Show it on screen. Come on, Amazon.
That takes impressive willpower. I don't think I'd be able to have the strength in my right hand to be able to do that. Like your body would just stop yourself from.
Yeah. Oh
Damn.
no, he cut it.
Yeah. Well, that's
You could have just broke it. Okay. Where's that water coming from?
Everyone's still running around, bro. They're still running around like 10 hours later.
In
yeah.
the
All
same
these people
spot.
should have been like at the back of the city or something by now.
He keeps getting knocked out. This is so funny.
They didn't have to add that load of again part at the end there.
Mm-hmm. Wait, how did she even get here? What are the other elves doing?
They're just waiting patiently for this dialogue to finish. They know what's going on.
What makes you think he's not gonna knock himself out again? What now they believe? I'm so
Oh my god, bro.
confused.
It's just more rabble with no what's the word?
Just don't have them talk, okay? Just don't
Wavering
have the
loyalty.
rabble talk at all. They can stay there. Just don't let them say anything.
So yeah, it was like the same thing with the Numenor. It's like the same crowd is just cheering for the other side the second like
Yeah, they're
True.
cheering for one side, and then 5 seconds later, cheering for the other side. Just don't have them say anything.
this is definitely Lord of the Rings copycat moment.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see Aomer just start
This
screaming.
is definitely End of Two Towers. Pretty cheap metaphor actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tolkien manages to make it sound a lot better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Considering how many lines they've used word for word, I'm sure they wanted to use that line, but
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be pretty egregious.
Well, they haven't shied away from it so far. What did that citizen in the back? It just hobbled across. What are they doing? It's okay to not have people.
Well, you just be better. You better off like turning the Ravager around and using it to just shoot a ballista bolt into the wall. Like
They already had orcs on ladders climbing the walls.
Mm-hmm.
If they just kept that up, they wouldn't even need to break down the walls.
They have them
But
all
hey,
doing
at
the
least they
exact
didn't
same
do.
sword slashes.
They could have gone full Lord of the Rings and just had a bomb blow up the wall. So let's be glad they didn't do that.
nice.
Yeah, but
Don't have to
that
deal with her anymore.
yeah, but that happened, did it not?
Oh come on!
Oh my god.
This isn't some Boromir shit. Just die.
What are they not able to shoot an arrow as well? She did not pull that bow back far enough.
Maybe not that much black powder in there, but okay.
You were saying about a bomb laugh?
Well, they didn't blow up the wall. Also, that was oil. That wasn't black powder.
True, yeah, it should have blown up. What in the world?
Well, yeah. Wait, even more. Shouldn't have been. Also, again, like pausing on that woman like we give a shit.
I don't even remember her name. I know they just said her name. I don't even remember.
I don't think we ever knew her name, did we?
Yo, we get the troll now?
Finally, I've been waiting for this guy to show up.
all day.
He's just been sitting around in the forest waiting. Oh my god!
Wait,
I wonder how did you even get inside the city?
I thought he was hellbent on Adam.
Well, he might have done it with Galadriel. He might have went in with them.
I thought he was. Yeah, whatever. Dude, it's the Moomac moment.
They don't even need to clear a path. We saw Damrod push the trees down last episode, or the other.
He just kicked it.
He just kicked it. I like that actually. That's pretty funny.
That was good. That was really good.
Just kick it out of the way. Accidentally fire it.
That's some awful foreshadowing, but alright.
You can't have a line like that in the show when everybody knows the future. I can't believe anyone would watch this show without knowing the future.
Really force choking.
Yeah, he's
fucking Darth Vader now.
He's Darth Vader, dude. Dude, he's using the Force.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
Dude, Sauron can use the Force. I didn't know that existed.
They could have had something like the other elves just give Sauron a knowing look and then betray the other guards instead, like something other than this.
That's the problem when people try to interpret Tolkien is they just put too hard of a thing on the magic. Like, it's very soft power. So even Sauron's power would be very soft. Like,
okay, I
Oh, he just bit some guy's head off.
This dude's awesome.
why didn't they start with this plan?
Yeah, I mean, Damrod looks pretty big. He could probably just knock down the wall himself.
Yo, are most hill trolls like this powerful?
No.
Yeah, definitely not. But
Like...
he has a name, so therefore he's very special.
Remember, trolls are supposed to be mockery of Ents, so they wouldn't be stronger than Ents.
Yeah, but then again, we have seen Ents just completely demolish stone walls.
Yeah, true.
I feel like that rope shouldn't be as sturdy as it is.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't be.
Well, now you just made him angry. Is the wall that weak? I'm confused.
They took out a decent amount of stones from the wall, even though physically that's not possible.
Yeah. Dude, it's the fifth Star Wars.
Oh,
Oh,
here's
hey,
Gilgalad.
that's
Wait,
Gilgalad.
Gilgalad.
You know what? I'm
Oh,
okay with it if he gets to show up and do something.
dude,
Nope,
Moonrack
nope.
moment.
Arondir's gonna get the joy.
Dude, he's a wood elf. Like him, Legolas, they can all do this stupid parkour shit. So what did Gilgalad do? Just a really like bad imitation of an Empire Strikes Back thing?
Well, I don't think Gilgalad himself did that, but or maybe he did. I'm not sure.
I mean, he's the only one who's still on a horse, so clearly it had to be him.
How does Arondir still have arrows, by the way? Like, what happened? What happened in the day and age where like people would run out of arrows in battle?
They even, at least in the extended edition,
Let me
made a
get. He's
point
gonna
of
be
that in the
afraid because he
Wolverine.
has a family, so he's not
Yeah.
gonna march to war. See him holding back?
Yeah, what happened to this day-night cycle? Also, wait. On that note, it was made abundantly clear in season 1 when they had the wood elves digging those trenches and whatnot. Like, these guys do not like sunlight. So, what's going on with this?
I don't know. I don't think they know either.
Dude,
Oh, now it's
it was
bright.
just pitch black like 5 minutes earlier. Now it's almost noon. What the hell?
Oh, I guess that's the point. Like the sun's coming up now.
Yeah, but like Durin's not gonna come in like Aomer.
Well, don't
Yeah,
jinx
you
it.
never know. And they're going to have a. Oh,
Nope.
It's not a goat though.
they're having a fake out moment.
That's all the elves that are like, shut the. Oh my god. I don't think he will, little bro.
Even if he were to come now, it'd probably be a little too late.
Yeah, I mean, everyone in the city is pretty much dead at this point, right? And it looks like there's only about, what is that, 12, 15 guys left?
Yeah, but two of them are main characters, so they count for at least 30 or 50. Oh, scratch that, 3.
Also, I think, of course, the form ranks and then charge. No, okay, that's nice. So not only do you're outside the wall, away from.
That one elf who got bodied, the first one who ran in, just knocked out.
I do like eye glows though.
Yeah, the design on the spear is pretty good.
Dude, I'm just happy they have him fighting with a spear. Because I totally would have expected this show to just
It's
give
like
him a
the
sword.
one thing that they know about Gilgalad is that he had a spear. It'd be really bizarre if they didn't have him fight with one.
True.
Oh yeah, kill him.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Nice.
That's one character that's dead, thank God.
Let's go. Okay, perfect.
Dude, it's dude. This show's the opposite of Game of Thrones. People are happy when characters die.
Yeah.
Also, side note, I do like the design on Adar's sword.
Oh, what's this?
Yeah, why would they run away from the spot that they should be defending?
All right, come on now, guys. Form an orderly queue.
Where are all the orcs that were already in there? Dude, I see more elves in this shot than there were before they charged
Yeah, all getting stabbed.
in. True. Where is Gilgalad?
Pretty lame
And
attempt.
where was he stabbing? What is this music?
I mean, I don't know that.
Okay.
I gotta say, there was something about that siege. I can't put my finger on it. It just felt empty. Like it was kind of long too. Like it was long and then not all that interesting.
I
Like there
think
were
the
good parts
problem
of it,
is
but
They kept
they,
cutting away from it.
yeah, they kept cutting away from actual fights. They had the charge from the elves, and then bam, stop at the last second. Let's have a chat in a tent somewhere, and then get into the battle. They didn't even need that scene. Like, I know the point was Elrond gave Galadriel that little brooch so that she could break free, but like, they didn't need to do that. They could have just had her break free somehow, some other
honestly,
way.
that's the funniest thing is that there was literally no point to her being captured. Like when I think of a
Also, yeah.
single thing that actually came of that, nothing came of that. I don't know why she needed to be captured in the first place, just for her to escape. Like what?
Well,
Doesn't even make sense.
she needed to be captured so that Adar could be like Sauron is there in Eregion, so that she can have someone, so that she can have reason to go in there to free Celebrimbor to then
And
have that later scene of confronting Sauron.
and reveal the crown.
Yeah.
And reveal that crown.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess maybe the setup isn't over yet for that. That's true.
The thumbnail of the next episode had the crown in it, so here's the thing that I didn't get about this. It kept cutting away to stuff that didn't make sense for the siege itself. Like this was like the siege episode, right? Or at least it
Yeah.
was portrayed that way. At the end of the last, first off, just time wise, at the end of the last episode, the siege started at night. This episode, it started at night, kind of, but then it cut to later in the day when
well, I
when the
think what
elves showed
happened
up.
was it started as the sun was setting.
Okay, but like either way, like we got the elves charging whatever. Yeah, it's okay. It was nighttime at the end of the last episode. Now it's suddenly setting, and then when we come back, it's like dusk still. I guess I don't know. It feels like night never happened because then the elves are charging, and then finally night happens. I feel like this one episode they try to make it appear that the siege lasted like 3 or 4 days, which just
I don't know if that was the intention.
I don't Yeah, I don't know if that was either, but it's like just trying to make sense of the day-night cycle alone makes it seem like that.
It does seem like it was, pre-dawn for most of the episode.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But I feel like they kept cutting away from the stuff that mattered. Like just a parallel to Pelennor. Like you have all the stuff outside the city and in the city. That's fine. And like outside of the fighting, cutting away to Celebrimbor and Anatar, that's awesome. That's great. But it's the random cutaways to the dwarves. That didn't matter. It's the random in my opinion. It's the cutaway to like Galadriel and whatnot. That didn't
Well,
matter.
they could have had having the one cutaway to the dwarves to mention that they're going to pull an army together is fine. It's going back to them repeatedly. Like I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to give an explanation for why the dwarves don't show up to help in the battle, but they could have saved that for the start of the next episode.
Yeah, and they could and
Yeah, they could have
they
made it
should
like
have done
suspense.
they
You know,
should
they
have
didn't come. Oh, what happened?
they should have
Instead of like
yeah
just spelling everything out for you.
they should have done the Elrond going to Durin last episode as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they could have avoided some dumbass storylines that I didn't need to
It's
do
like
last
it's like
episode.
all the dwarf stuff that was in this episode should have happened last episode, the beginning of it, and then everything else at the beginning of next episode. I don't think they should have been in this episode at
A
all.
lot of a lot of scenes were just completely out of place, I think. Like out of order, I think, is what I mean.
And then one of the biggest things, and for me at least, with regards to the siege itself, you you lay siege to a city, you're fighting the city, and then randomly it seems like your entire army is in a field, like with a cavalry charge. Like, what's going on there? Because they didn't pull back from the siege. I mean, there's so many things wrong with this cavalry charge, anyways. Just the whole.
If, like I said, that is out of order. That scene should have happened like before the siege proper took place. That should have been like right before, like right after the first volleys from the siege engines. You have them show up, and then they can have the chat, and then the battle takes place. Having it like a quarter of the way through the battle just takes all the momentum away.
It's so obvious they wanted like a Rohan showing up to Pelennor moment.
Yeah, except Ron
It
stops
doesn't work. Yeah.
2 meters away from the front line.
Yeah. It's not like Theoden gives that old grand speech. They charge and they stop, and then he gets off his horse and starts talking with what did they name him in the movies? Gothmog.
Yeah, Gothmog.
Yes,
Yeah.
like they just sit. They start having a chat. Like that. What the heck? Yeah, this whole episode was. I feel like the only parts I liked were the Celebrimbor and Anatar stuff.
Yeah, no, that was very
Yeah,
good.
that was good.
And the dwarf.
I mean,
I
again,
will
that
say I liked the
relationship in
dwarf
general
stuff.
was
Yeah.
was good. I wish that they. I'm starting to wish that they made the dwarf ring a little bit less like destructive, but I think I mentioned that during the thing.
Yeah, it's like
Well, with how they've been setting everything up, they had to have a reason for a lot of the things that would happen. I think it's just poor setup for what's going to happen later.
okay. Next episode. Unless you guys have anything else you want to bring up.
No, should have not actually much really happened that episode. To be honest, it was just a lot of.
A lot of fight scenes and then just random other BS.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to happen next episode? Keep in mind, I feel like this episode hasn't really ended anything. We still have the whole
Ended a Rondir, I mean,
Yeah.
at least theoretically. I think he probably has to have some moment where he dies in someone's arms, but he'll probably die next episode. Adar will probably he needs to be done soon because he doesn't need to exist, honestly. But A good character, Adar. Just it's about time that he bites the dust. I don't want to look at him anymore.
It's a little bit wasted in this episode, but
Yeah, and then Celebrimbor needs to die too.
Yeah,
Forgot about
correct
that.
me if I'm wrong, but like this siege, where we left off, at least with these characters, is Anatar and Celebrimbor need to fight, and Celebrimbor, I would presume, would need to die. Something's happening with
yeah.
From the way
But
they're
hey,
making it seem, it doesn't mean it doesn't look like it's going to be much of a fight. But
yeah, but if
Sauron
Anatar does end up killing Celebrimbor, then I will be okay with that because my worst case scenario was it was going to end up being Merdania who did it,
or something. But yeah, it
but
does look like
thankfully they got rid of her real quick.
it does look like the only person even left to kill Celebrimbor would be Sauron or some random orc, which is a bit anticlimactic, but technically within
everything
reason.
shows
But
being anticlimactic at this point.
yeah, but it'll be Sauron.
Well, not everything, but everything this episode.
Yeah, I think it'll be Sauron because I mean I think definitely the Sauron Celebrimbor relationship has been good. It has been good. So I think they'll do that right. Hopefully,
It is
I'd
Sauron
like to
that
believe.
kills him, right?
No, he just dies, Celebrimbor. Like it's not said, but probably.
Okay. So,
But it might not be his hand that does it. You know, it might just be killed by orcs. Who knows? It's not really a event. It's just Sauron takes the rings. That's the event. You know, he gets the rings from Eregion. He doesn't really care what happens to Celebrimbor. But
yeah, and speaking of that, like Galadriel, we don't know what's up with her, and she has the rings. Here's the thing that I'm trying to get at here. We have so many questions at the end of this episode with the siege, with the characters directly in the siege. When ending the last episode, I feel like there was still stuff in Numenor that was unanswered, and especially with the hobbits.
I mean, that'll probably be this episode, yeah.
And it's just like I don't want any of that stuff, especially because of all that's happened here. And
I don't know if there are many. There's only one unanswered question as far as Numenor is concerned, and it's not so pressing that it has to be answered right now.
What is it again?
It's Muriel being like rejected by the sea, like that whole thing they had.
Well, she was accepted, right?
Yeah.
Well, she was rejected by the creature. She was thrown out of the water. Remember?
Yeah, but that was an
that's
acceptance.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means that she wins. She's not going to be executed.
Trial, yeah. So I mean, I think that it'll be some like, okay, well, both the Kingsmen leader and the faithful leader are favored because the eagle or whatever and the sea monster. So then that's the impetus for them to marry, I guess.
Yeah, but it's not like pressing that happens immediately.
Yeah,
that can be something that's saved for next season if they want.
For the last 2 episodes, we've had the Easterling people about to come back to the Stour village, as well as they were.
Well, they're at the Stour village, right? They are looking for the other hobbits. Last we left off with them.
Oh yeah,
and the stranger.
Tom's house, right?
I don't remember if they were right outside of his house. I just remember that we left Tom and the stranger in a field of dead trees.
Oh yeah. I feel like we just haven't.
Because he's looking for his staff.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen them specifically in so long, and because it's Lord of the Rings and hobbits and shit, they're gonna be in next episode.
Well, I mean, they would have to be, because that just leaves way too many things unanswered, left completely.
So I'm thinking stranger. I'm thinking dwarves. I mean, to the thumbnail alone, something's happening with Adar, and I would assume Galadriel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do the rings thing. So either she gets caught here and Sauron gets the rings, or that'll be next season. I don't know, but
Anatar needs
obviously,
to have the rings, no?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he has to get them back somehow. So it's either gonna be this season or it's gonna be next season.
But they still have to do like the most immediate pressing things that need to be answered for next episode is the stuff with the dwarves, and immediately after this siege, what is Adar gonna do with the elves?
Mm-hmm. I feel like they're gonna definitely sprinkle some stranger stuff just because we haven't seen it in so long. I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah, they
I
gotta
guess
wrap
that
up
they
that.
could after I can see them not having any Numenor. We also haven't had any Isildur in so long that I doubt they'll bring him up again.
Which is weird because I thought he was like
With
right
Arondir,
behind
yeah.
Arondir with whatever her name was, the Wildman
Yeah,
chick.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it's interesting.
Okay then.
See.
I'm gonna stop this stream then.